Hello, and now we are going to be having a look at writing our own, analysing our own story arc. So this is what a story arc looks like. This is what you will be given when it is your turn to write that. So we can see that we've got the exposition or the introduction. Some of you may even be writing a hook, but we can get onto that another time. And this is where the conflict starts. So the conflict is when the story begins after the exposition, and you can have a series of events in the rising action here. This one has 4 lines, but obviously you don't always need 4 lines because you may not have 4 events in the rising action. So it just depends on what it is. You may have 26, who knows. I should find one for the Harry Potter story that I saw. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, and then of course at the top, at the peak, is the climax, the most intense moment, the one that has the most tension in the story is up here. And then after that is falling action, things are falling back into place, and we come up with resolution, so the ending. So that is our story arc. Now I'm going to be showing you how to plan this at this moment here. So we're going to be watching a short film called Pip, and I will be showing you where or how to fill this out. Now I've already seen this, and so obviously when you do it yourselves you'll have to watch the whole thing or read the whole thing first before trying to find the spots in here in our planning story arc plan. So I will be stopping it every so often and be writing on to our story arc. So I shall start it now. Alright, so I'll stop that there, and if we go over to our whoopsie daisy, our planning, our story arc planning tool, and why aren't you working? There we go. And I'm going to write the exposition. So basically what was happening in the beginning there was that Pip, well I'm assuming it's Pip anyway, that's Pip enters Doggy University. It's a very technical term, Doggy University. So D. Alright, Pip enters Doggy University. Alright, and then we're going to continue watching to see what our conflict is. Alright, so our first conflict, well, the conflict that comes up is that Pip is a bit small, is on the small side. So the conflict comes in here is that Pip, I don't know what happened there, is a bit small. She is let in. She is still let in. Alright, so from here on is going to be our rising action, so things that are adding to our story. Okay, so let's continue watching. Alright, now stop that one there. So there were a few different actions in the rising action parts there. So first one, let's go back over here. The first one is that Pip, I suppose, Pip is finding her feet. It's very difficult to write on here. Alright, the next one up there is that she isn't doing so well. In her studies. I guess then she gets inspiration from Ace. And then it comes to the exam day. Sorry, exam day. And because she's kicked out, so I guess she fails. She fails. Alright, so that's the top of our rising action. So now we're up to the part of our conflict in the story. So, the climax of the story. So we're going to see what happens. So that was the climax there. So we had, so Pip discovers a blind lady. Pip discovers a blind lady in danger and guides her safely to guides her to safety. Guides her to safety. We'll stop. Alright, so from now on that's the most exciting part of the story. And so of course then it's starting like the falling action. So what's happening, that's just kind of rounding the story out. So we see there that Pip is welcomed back. She gets Ace's cape. Pip is welcome back. She gets Ace's cape, and then in our resolution, we can see that our dogs save the day every day. All right, so Pip saves the day. So basically that's what that is. Ta-da. Alrighty, so looking again at our thing in full, we can see that. Whoa, sorry. So you can see that we've got quite a bit of things happening there. So that's what's important, to be able to look at a story and be able to find each part of the story to be able to analyse it. All right, great job.